They don't make them like this anymore. Let's revisit 8 classic horror movies from the 1980s, the ones that still manage to scare, even if they've faded from the spotlight. Motel Hell feels inspired by the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but stands out as something totally unique. It's a dark horror comedy with disturbing moments and weird, unforgettable characters. The story follows Farmer Vincent and his sister Ida, who run the friendly-looking Motel Hell. Vincent is known for his famous smoked meats, but the secret ingredient is a bit disturbing. Farmer Vincent's motto says it all: it takes all kinds of critters to make Farmer Vincent's fritters. The film mixes horror with odd humor, including scenes with swingers and a rock band. It avoids heavy gore and lets the strange story and characters deliver the fear. After Halloween became a hit in 1978, slasher films based on holidays took off. One of the best is My Bloody Valentine, a dark and brutal story about a killer in a miner's suit who seeks revenge by murdering teens with whatever sharp tool he can find. The film became infamous for censorship. Many violent scenes were cut, and fans have spent years trying to restore them. Studios like Lionsgate and Shout Factory helped recover most of the lost footage. Sadly, the legendary double drill impalement scene is still missing and may be lost forever. Even so, My Bloody Valentine remains a bloody cult classic, just one murder short of being complete. In The Entity, Barbara Hershey plays Carla Moran, a single mother who's violently attacked by an invisible force. As the assaults continue, she struggles to convince doctors that what she's experiencing is real. The film is often seen as a dark spiritual forerunner to The Invisible Man. But unlike that story, it never explains what the entity is, making the horror feel even more raw and unsettling. With its disturbing subject matter, this film isn't for everyone. But thanks to Hershey's powerful performance and the chilling tone, The Entity remains one of the most haunting horror films of the 1980s. The film starts with a tragic accident leaving the only survivor, our central character, Angela. Moving forward several years, Angela is preparing to spend summer at camp with her cousin Ricky, sent off by her almost unbelievably strange Aunt Martha. At first glance, Sleepaway Camp looks like a typical 80s slasher, set at a summer camp with teens you don't mind seeing picked off. But this film stands out with its strange tone and weird characters. The kills are creative. The script is more fun than expected. Despite a few rough edges, the shocking final scene secures the film's cult status among slasher fans. Released the same week as A Nightmare on Elm Street, this film actually performed better until outrage over its killer Santa led to protests and it was pulled from theaters. Still, it became a cult hit on home video. After witnessing his parents' murder by a man in a Santa suit, Billy grows up in a strict orphanage. Traumatized by Christmas, he later snaps, dresses as Santa, and begins a violent rampage. The film mixes dark humor with gritty horror, poking fun at genre cliches while delivering disturbing moments. Highlights include a creepy grandfather, a harsh mother superior, and a toy store montage that turns wholesome before things go off the rails. While Lovecraft's work is hard to adapt due to its cosmic monsters, director Stuart Gordon did it well with Reanimator and followed it up with From Beyond. Loosely based on Lovecraft's story, the film stars Jeffrey Combs as Dr. Crawford Tillinghast, whose machine opens a portal to another dimension. A creature comes through, kills his mentor, and Tillinghast is blamed and locked up. When a psychiatrist starts to believe his story, they return to the experiment, and things spiral into madness. Unlike Reanimator, From Beyond focuses more on horror than humor. It's packed with bizarre visuals, great and gross special effects, and Combs gives a strong performance. A strange, intense, and unforgettable Lovecraft-inspired horror. A young opera singer becomes the target of a killer who forces her to witness brutal murders. Haunted by memories of a similar figure from her childhood, she's pushed to the edge as those around her are slaughtered. The truth about the killer's identity and their link to her past is just as horrifying. Directed by Italian horror legend Dario Argento, Opera is considered his last great film. Known for its intense murder scenes and stylish visuals, it combines suspense, violence, and beauty in true giallo fashion. After his young son is killed by a group of teens, Ed Harley turns to a mysterious local witch for revenge. She helps him summon Pumpkinhead, a terrifying creature with long limbs, sharp claws, and a monstrous face. Directed by special effects legend Stan Winston, the film stands out not just for its creature design, but for its darker themes of grief and vengeance. As Pumpkinhead begins hunting down the teens, Ed starts to feel the emotional and physical cost of his decision. Moody, haunting, and packed with atmosphere, Pumpkinhead is more than just a monster movie.